Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? If you were to describe yourself to a stranger, how would you describe DJ Kujho?
DJ Kujho is motivated, consistent, disciplined, committed to entertaining. DJ Kujho is someone that loves his city, someone that loves his school, someone that loves people. So.
Yeah, of course. And keeping up with that, for figuring out who DJ Kujho is, I read that your dad was a musician, you played the piano and guitar, your mom was a singer.
Yep.
So how did that upbringing kind of play into who you are now and like the man that you are now?
Just being around and watching my mom and my dad's work ethic, it transferred to me. My dad always taught me to give a little more. My mom always taught me to go in with excellence, anything that I do. So being around them and their love for music just transferred to me. Although I didn't get the playing gene, my daughters did, I didn't. But being able to DJ and still work with music has been a blessing.
Yeah, you just have to find a different lane.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You
gotta
find out where it works for you.
Yeah, of course. So transitioning to DJ, how did you get started in DJing?
I actually started DJing the day that Michael Jackson passed, my official time. This is before your time, but we used to have this thing called LimeWire and Napster and BearShare, and I was one of the only people that had a laptop, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I would go around Jones, USM, Pearl River, and I would be the person that burned CDs. Michael Jackson passed away, and I would do mixes as well, like mashups that you see on TikTok and social media now. I did that back in the day.
Yeah.
And I did a Michael Jackson mix. And the person that y'all know me as is Kujho on the campus of USM.
Yeah.
My big brother, DJ Sweat, was the Kujho of our time. And he was at the club. He was like, I'm going to play it. And he ran it like twice. And I think he was getting ready to move up north. And me, him, and two of my other partners, Rob and Nelson, we were at his house and put the mix out. He played it at the club. It went crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually where Club Nostalgia is. It was called Club Palace then.
Yeah.
And he played it at Club Palace, and it went crazy, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's great to see. So just a little bit more about DJing. How does it feel to be up there? When you're up there, when you're looking at the people, how do you feed off of that crowd, and how do you carry on that vibe?
DJing is about energy, and energy transfers. If I'm showing energy and playing music that I'm vibing, I go out, look out and see a student or see a mom or see a auntie or see a dad, and they're bobbing their head. All right, I'm in the right zone. And so I see another table or another group of students, they dancing. All right, we in the mix. So it's all about energy and transferring that energy and making sure people have a good time.
Yeah, and I definitely feel the energy. Whenever you in the building, I'm like, yeah, this is DJ Kujho. Especially, I think it was a basketball game, and I was like, I remember, I was going to work, and I was like, is DJ Kujho gonna be there? It was like, yeah. I was like, oh, I'm finna get there early.
Man,
I want to hear that. I want to be there because it gets everybody in that mood to watch the game and cheer on the Golden Eagles.
Yeah, I tell people, get there for the pregame. Yeah. If you want to hear the party music, you want to hear the club vibe, get there for the pregame, because when more fans come in, like typically it's students and the players, so I can play like I'm playing at like smack events or on campus.
Yeah.
When the older fans or the younger fans get there, I have to broaden it to where everybody enjoys the music. So if you want to get that club experience at the game, get there for the pregame, whether it's basketball, volleyball, or football, get there for the pregame and we're going to party.
Yeah, most definitely. And speaking of those three sports, congratulations on being a stadium DJ for us this year.
Thank you.
Can you just tell me about how that process went and what made you want to be the stadium DJ for Southern Miss?
So I've been DJing for Southern Miss for 15 years.
Yeah.
I think this is year 2 or 3 DJing sports. I always wanted to DJ sports. This USM was my first first choice. And it happened by God's favor, man, just to be honest. I want to say 2022, 2023, the Pride was double booked. The pep band was double booked for a basketball game. President Joe Paul reached out to Jim Cole and Damian Duff and asked what could we do. They immediately said, call Kujho.
Yeah.
Got with the Alumni Association. We talked about it with we might have 5,000 people there. I was like, cool, I'm praying for 6,500. God bless us with, I think, 8,300 people there. My first sports event ever. Yeah. And we rocked out. And we won.
Yeah,
and we beat ULL. So, you know what I'm saying? Right we won and beat ULL. So that was a perfect day. It was a perfect day.
For sure. I'm glad to have you as our DJ.
I'm glad to be here.
I'll be watching your story. And I'm like, man, he at Mississippi State. I wish he was here, man. I'll be a little jealous. I'm like, man, I wish he was here. So glad to have you here.
The planets aligned, and they called me. USM called me when my contract was up.
Yeah.
And when they said that, immediately I said yes. Now I give Starkville. I love Starkville. I love the fans at Mississippi State, but USM is home. Yeah, USM is always going to be home.
Yeah, of course. So staying with the stadium DJ stuff, how do you manage a bigger crowd like a stadium versus a more smaller venue?
It doesn't matter whether it's 2 people, 2,000 people, or 20,000 people. It's all about that energy transfer that I talked about.
Yeah.
Making sure that people feel seen, heard, find music that they love, and make sure that it takes them back to a memory of good times.
Yeah.
And also playing for the players. If I hype the players up, the players feel good. Yeah. They're going to go out there and knock somebody's head off. Yeah. In turn, the fans are going to cheer, and it's a full circle moment.
Yeah, of course. So what's some songs that you see from the players that they like? I know Young Boy is definitely popular down
Young
here.
Boy, Lil Baby, Future, G Herbo.
Yeah.
A lot of names that I've never heard of that I'm getting used to. YTB Fat.
Yeah.
It's a lot. But we're gonna make sure it rocks and make sure that they bobbing their head and hyped up.
Yeah.
At kickoff and throughout the entire game.
Of course. So transitioning to your more of, community and what, Mississippi kind of means to you. I've read that you've performed all over the country. You've been blessed to go play in California, Miami, and Las Vegas. So what keeps you here? What keeps you rooted in the state of Mississippi?
Well, it's home. If everybody leaves, who's there to carry on Mississippi? And my community has given me so much. I don't want to just leave. If I can do what I do, if I can travel across the world and still make Mississippi my home, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah, of course. And just from what I've seen, you do a lot for Hattiesburg and just the community, and from all the charity events you put on to, I believe it was you passed out, you helped kids get school supplies, and you did that a few weeks ago, I believe, sometime in June. So what does that mean to you, and how do those processes go? Like, how do you set up those events?
I just do them. Like, if they pop it used to be a time where I would be scared to put on an event. Now it's like, if it happens, it happens. If it, I won't know unless I try.
Yeah, of course.
So in this today's climate, we have to get back to community. We have to get back to being a village. And I feel that if I can do my part, I may inspire somebody else to do their part. And it continues to be a cycle to where we get closer instead of being apart.
Yeah, of course. Love that message. Love this interview, man. Appreciate you stopping by.
Not a problem.
Talking down. Talking with me.
I will say one more thing. Students, I need you at the Rock entire game.
Of course.
So I'm there. We're going to party.
Of course.
I'm here all 7 games. So I need the students there with me the entire game, partying and having a good time.
Well, I can ensure that I'll be there. I'll be on the sideline with my camera. I'll probably be rocking out on the sideline. So appreciate everything you do, man. Appreciate you stopping by. And that's a wrap.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
No problem.